There is a scene in creating joy, a series of salsa hip walks, the joy. A simple walk with a salsa hip once in a while, moving the hip. The joy of the hip. Do trumpet and trombone fanfares and an infectious bongo beat flood the stage with hot rhythms and an infectious sound? Do the dancers' flaring skirts and fringed sleeves serve to accentuate the snaky allure of their seductive hips? No. The music is sparse and steady, just marking time. The dancers wear plain outfits, looking as clinical as hospital orderlies. They walk about in 4-count cycles, leaning slightly into one hip on the first step and pausing a beat on the third. Sometimes, by the matter-of-fact instructions, they take even bigger steps. Sometimes smaller ones. Sometimes they lean backwards a bit. Sometimes forwards. Is this really the joy of the hip? To answer that question, we can't stay outside. We need to go inside the hip. From a standing position, take a few steps forward. How does it feel? Pretty normal, I guess. Go back. And now, try to take a rest in a standing position. How can you do that? You can give one leg a rest by letting it bend, so that the weight is borne on the other. The pelvis will tilt down towards the bent leg. The other hip leaning slightly sideways to adjust. The tilt will curve your spine in a light S shape, so that the weight is not distributed equally on both feet, but evenly across your whole body. And by now, you are no longer symmetrical, but in balance. All of this happens quite naturally, no thought or effort required. Now, try to give the other leg a rest and the whole system shifts to the opposite side. And now, try let the weight from one hip to the other. This is, by the way, the very definition of a step. And from the outside, it might look as if you're deliberately swaying your hips. But that's not how it feels from the inside. Inside, these inclinations of the hip are a part of a whole body experience. A sensation of easy stretch and restful release, like an internal massage. And what is that feeling? I think you can call it pleasure. Inside the hip then lies a little nugget of pleasure, and that is its secret joy. You need to do no more than add the occasional salsa hip to an ordinary walk, and it will tickle the little secret nugget of pleasure that is part of us all. Enjoy it.